Alrighty, guys and gals. What's going on, everybody? It's the Ironman challenge. The old ball and chain of a grind. Here's the Ironman.
Hail.
Hail. Hope you guys and gals are doing well today. For me, it's the Jesus Zombie Day. Easter is what most people call it. For you, it's probably the 23rd, which my calendar says is St. George's Day. I think that's a United Kingdom thing. I actually have no idea what it is. I've never heard of it. I've had this song stuck in my head for the last hour. It's from an 80s band called Yaz. Really great female singer, and she's really good. They're also known as Yazoo, but I think they shortened it to Yaz. I don't know why it's in my head, but it's been there. So I just thought I'd get it into your head. Yeah, look up the video so you can get it into your head. They had this ultimate 80s, it was just basically her and this keyboard player. She sang and he just did like the synth pop. Anyway, this episode we're in Fellwood. Not really safe for us to be here, but I don't have anything else to do, so we're going to come all the way down and slay some teddy bears. Yeah, gardeners, pathfinders, and warriors is, I guess, what we're going to work on today. Yep. I've had myself a kind of a productive little day. I washed the car. Sprayed on some wax even. Shined up the tires. Went over to Heather's for a little bit. Chatted with her for about an hour. Laid out in the sun for about 20 minutes. Get my tan going. It's actually happening. Like 10, 12 minutes on each side. Right back inside. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little tan. It's unusual for me. And the Hawaii trip, just a couple of weeks away now. As it gets closer, I get more excited and more nervous as well. 6-hour flight out of Phoenix. It's a direct flight, too. Very nice. Is that the longest I've ever been on a plane? I think it is. I think it's going to be the longest I've ever... I've flown cross country a couple times, but it's not 6 hours, and there's usually a layover. Well, I have not eaten today. I'm going to eat, going to go over to Heather's this evening. It's going to have a little date night, have some dinner. Maybe watch a show, play some cards or something like that. I took the car up to charge it as well. It's actually so I washed it at the place. And then took it up to charge it. Had my cleaning stuff in the back. I had a couple of actual social conversations, which is not easy for me to do. But there's 2 older security guards parked out there, and they were asking me about my card stuff, and got to talk about the Camaro, and nice little conversation. And they took off, and an older woman pulled up in a Tesla. She was charging her car. She had this old dog with her. The dog got out of the car and just laid right down. Super friendly. But I'm actually way more comfortable talking to people like my age, and especially older, like elderly people. I don't know. It's just easier for me to conversate with to people like that. What do you mean people like that? You know what I mean. The olds. This lady was so knowledgeable about all of the happenings here in the town of Silver City. She knew about there was some ransomware that happened to the college here, Western New Mexico University. All the systems have been down for a while. And then she knew about like the co-op place, which is kind of across the street. The university owns it. They're turning it into like a community farmers market or something. I'm not actually sure what's going on. And she had news about the dog park and talk to old people, man. You find out stuff that's going on. Yeah, you find stuff out. Now, if it's somebody you talk to on a regular basis, you probably already know it because you hear it every time you talk to them. But still, could be an update you're missing. Ba-doo-ba-da-boop-bop-boop-ba-da-bop. Ba-doo-ba-da-boop-bop-boop-bop. Yeah, man, that lead singer of that group, she has got an amazing voice. Well, actually, when I first heard that song, whatever that song is called, oh shit, I thought it was a man. I thought it was a male voice because she can really get these like deep notes. Great singer, man. For my ladies out there, check her out. The group is called Yaz. You'll probably find 2 videos right off the bat. What am I doing, man? I'm getting wrecked here. I'm not paying attention. I don't have my buffs up. I wasn't ready to fight, is the deal. Got a disease on me? Physical damage increased by 11. Okay, let's get our stuff together here. I got no way to cure the disease. So that's just going to be on us. Which sucks. Let me look her up. Yeah, so the song I'm talking about, what's either called Don't Go or Situation. Those are their 2 most famous songs. They're from 1982. I would have been 12 years old. Oh, I didn't know this, so check it out. So the keyboard player is a former Depeche Mode member, and the singer is Alison Moyet, is her name. Yeah, I didn't know he's with Depeche Mode. He definitely has the look. He's got that look. As a matter of fact, I think I remember seeing that dude in the band. I could be wrong there. Depeche Mode's been around for a long time. Kind of like The Cure and U2. Like, they've been around since like 78, 79. If you're a Cure fan, you can find a video, well, several, before Robert Smith was like, you know, his makeup look, like the goth look. He was just a regular looking dude with like buzzed hair. There's a video. I remember watching this video. I think it's from 79. He's on stage. I think he's actually playing with a broken hand. It's interesting. But I didn't even recognize him at first until he started singing. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's him. Oh my god, this is not good with these resists, dude. This is horrible. I don't know if I can do this. Well, these resists kind of screwed us up right here, because that took away my power word shield. Okay, I need you to die. Wow, man. What level are we? We're 49. Got a warrior in here. Like 2 minutes left on the disease. Not too bad. my God, man. I don't know. Level 50? I can't be in here. I can't do this. It's too easy to get resisted from these mobs. I don't have the mana pool to do this. Okay, well, that throws a wrench in what I was planning to do for the episode. I don't know. I thought they'd be like 47, 48. But they're not. So, what are we going to do? I don't know, man. This is sucky. I'm in such a bad spot. We can't go to Unguro. Right? I mean, it's basically the same as Fellwood here. Unguro Crater. It's basically the same level range. I've got nothing on either side. Blasted Lands is pretty much out of reach. Son of a bitch. What do I want to do? I think that's why I was in the hinterlands. Before I started recording, I was up in the hinterlands. I think because we were grinding mobs up there. But yeah, maybe I should have stayed there. Feralus. All right. Oh my God, man. Okay, guys, I'm going to do a cutscene. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get us into Feralus. We're just going to grind mobs. That's too risky in there with those level 49s and 50s. So hang tight. Be right back with you. Alrighty. Yeah, this is what we were doing last time. I think we're going to be doing this until we hit level 50 here. All right, not a problem. That's a pretty long flight. I missed the boat twice. I flew up to Aberdeen, and I just missed the boat. And then I was away from the keyboard. I came back, and it was just taken off. I missed it again. Yeah. Awesome. Alrighty. Cracking myself up. Did refill my drink. Got a drink in my cup. Freaking moonshine. Hard liquor. That's what I drink. Everybody that's watching the channel for a long time knows I'm just an alcoholic. I just drink, just chug whiskey all day. Yeah, not a shot glass out of this. See that? You see that? Yeah, full of fucking whiskey. Be hammered by the end of the episode. Hammered in all my episodes. Hammered. God, I wish I could get that out of my head. What are you supposed to? You're supposed to hum a different song, right? If you got a song stuck in your head. Thick furry mane in a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, way too risky back there in Fellwood. It's not worth taking the risk. I get down, no mana. They still have plenty of health. And I'm just wanding them down with a wand that does as much damage as a Q-tip. Just not a good situation. Says Yaz. Situation. Is this what we did last episode? Maybe? Did I do the same thing? Like we started out one place. I was like, okay, I'm going to do a cutscene. Probably did. Probably said it just like that, too. Because that's how I sound when I'm drinking whiskey. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Kind of like Tom Brokaw there. There's Tom Brokaw. Maybe she does, Starbreaker. Da 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 dee, da da. Da, 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 da. You guys got a disease or anything like that? Like you want one? You want me to put it on you? These wolves always hang out together over here. Always. Holy fire! Yeah. Get your mind blasted. I found this show last night on Amazon Prime. It's pretty good. What's it called? Oh, it's called Ron Iddles, The Good Cop. It was pretty interesting. It's like a season. It's this, he's, I think he's retired, but he was an Australian detective. I think around Victoria. And each episode is like one of his cold cases that he solved or a case that stuck out. It was really good. He's an interesting dude. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm still watching the first season, but it's I think I watched like 4 or 5 episodes in a row. Yeah, Ron Iddles. Iddles, I think. Well, how do you spell Ron, Eric? PHROO 2 N's E, but with an accent on the E. That's how you spell it. Oh my God, man. There was one of the crimes was against a child. Man, dude, when I almost can't watch to hear what some people are, man. If it was up to me, if you're molesting, raping, murdering children, dude, I'm so fucking old school. I don't want that person to spend their life in jail where they can watch TV and read books and just chill and have 3 meals a day. Fuck that. I don't want them executed and die immediately. Fuck that. I want them tortured over a period of months. I want their hands and feet chopped off. That's what I want. And then that's how I want their life to be. Castrate them right off the bat. Castrate them. Cut their hands and feet off. There you go. Yeah, I don't... Just super fucking strong. Death penalty's too easy. Life in prison too easy. Forget that, man. A bed to sleep in. 3 meals a day. Rec room, activities. Or you could let the prisoners know that it's a pedophile. That's pretty good, too. Then he gets beat to death. He, like draw it out over a year. Just constantly. I don't know, they probably put him in isolation. But yeah, man, there was one story. I think it's the 2nd episode. Oh, my God. I almost couldn't get through it. And this guy's like tearing up, and it was just horrible. But he's interesting detective. He's but I don't know. I don't know. He's he shows compassion and empathy for everybody, whether you're a criminal or not. For the most part, to extract the information that he needs to make sure this, you know, this fucking person goes away. You know, this good cop, bad cop, he's like that. That's just in movies. Because people are just going to clam up, you know, if you're playing the bad cop, you know? Oh. But he basically became part of the family for these families who were, you know, they had lost, somebody was murdered or whatever. He basically became part of their family. It's really good. I'd recommend it. Hold on, guys. Let me do. I have to check this. I got to check this voice message here. I'm just going to go up here and chill for a second. Do another cutscene, Eric. I am. Okay, what were we, like 12 minutes in? So we're about 20 minutes. Hang tight, guys. Be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, you better be sorry. MFer. Damn cutscenes. They're instantaneous. What am I doing? Casting the wrong spells, man. That was Heather. She had to cancel on me. She's having some stomach issues. I was having stomach issues yesterday. I think I ate something, but I was vomiting, and it was horrible, man. I cannot stand vomiting. Well, it's probably nobody who enjoys that. It's such a horrible feeling. Oh, man. And it's like, you just make it worse when you're trying to resist it. You're like, you know, to just go in and get it over with. But I don't know about you, but I'm always trying to, like, it's like, nah, it'll be okay. Fine. Oh, man, it's so horrible. But anyway, yeah, she's just gonna chill, take it easy. Having gut issues, it's not very sexy. You know, you don't want to be around somebody. I get it. So I'll just, I'm going to be checking out. Yaz. Do some Yaz videos. Whatever that means. I'm no mana. That's because I made the mistake of trying to do one mob after another. That's right, 2 in a row. Not doable. We're getting some tender wolf meat, quite a bit. That should sell. We go slay trolls if we want for cloth and some coinage, but not really a big deal. We don't really need coin on the character. I got the mount. That's all I wanted. We're just trying to get to 60. And then I'm taking a break. Might get into some other games. Probably just keep maybe 1 or 2 Let's Plays going as far as Warcraft. And what I'm going to try to do is just Susie the Healer, healing the hardcore dungeons and stuff, and the Orc Warrior. Be DPSing and tanking hardcore dungeons. Yeah. Maybe take those characters if I can get 1 to 60. We still have like a year, I guess, or so, probably, before Classic TBC releases again. Plenty of time to, you know, I don't know, maybe even do a raid on the channel. I've never done it on the channel before on a character. It might be interesting. If I had the channel in 2019, which I didn't start it till 2021, but I was raiding quite a bit with a guild when Classic first released as a Shadow Priest. Well, not quite a bit, actually. For just a couple of months. Our guild wasn't... We were having to, you know, pug it. We had like a core. I was part of the core raiding team, but we never had enough people. So we were always... Those guys, man, trying to recruit. I do not envy people who have to do that for the guild. Being a guild master and recruiting is shit, man. It's a lot. If your guild is raiding, if you're trying to get people together and be online at the same time and buffs and all that, it's a lot of work to it. It really is. I hear Travis Dean talk about it quite a bit. I've never had to deal with it at all. All I've had to do is just make sure I show up on time and, have my whatever, all of my buffs and stuff like that. Which even that for me is, that's a lot for me. I'm such a noob, man. I didn't even know where to get a lot of the stuff. I was having to Google. They're like, make sure you have this flask and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. Then I had to Google. Like writing down what they told me, and then I had to Google the shit. Yeah. They were super, casual. But, yeah, I did Molten Core for a couple of months there. They wanted me to switch spec into heal because they were always having a problem with healers. But I pushed back. I was like, man, you guys really don't want me to do it. Like, if they asked me to do it now, I would be a lot more comfortable doing it. But I've never healed in a raid. I'm not exactly sure how that works. I think you get assigned a group, right? Group 2 or whatever out of the 5 groups, however that works. And then I think you focus on your group, right? Is that how it goes? You usually have 5 healers, I think. Well, that's a 40. I don't know, man. I'm a super noob. I have no idea. But, yeah, anyway, I guess the point is, if I can finish up these 2 hardcore challenges, we'll just do some, regular leveling and dungeon running and stuff like that without all these restrictions and shit. Which I enjoy. I mean, the reason I'm doing the hardcore challenges is because I like it. It's my favorite way to play the game. But I've been doing this a long time, the hardcore challenges. I was doing hardcore challenges before hardcore came out on with Blizzard. I've been doing hardcore challenges personally, like the Ironman challenge, since original Mist of Pandaria. Yeah. Filthy orc over there. I saw you. Where are you going? Yeah. There you are. What are you doing? Sneaking around. Oh, I gotta reply here. Heather and I get along really well. It's super important in a relationship. We're, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but she's like my best friend, right? And that's super important. I don't know if that... I don't know. But I tell you, one of the reasons why we get along so well and we've never argued anything, and that's because we have time apart from each other. She has her place, I have my place. I think it's key to a relationship. I'm not saying you have to have separate places, but I've talked about this before. You need time apart from each other. You have to have time to miss each other. Because if you don't have that, then you just get sick of that motherfucker, right? You start getting on each other's nerves, little things annoy you. Really need time apart, but it's really hard to do. And if you have kids, then all that's out the window. I mean, you might be able to work something out, but especially young kids, right? It's hard to do. But we see each other like twice a week, sometimes just once a week, sometimes more, but for the most part, it's about twice a week. So we have a lot of fun, and we enjoy each other's company whenever, we hang out again. But I think another thing that happens is people are kind of worried about saying that to the other person. I just need some time away. What, you don't love me anymore? And I'm like, no, it's not that at all, right? You kind of, it takes two people who are, a little bit mature. Maybe they've had a couple relationships already. That's usually what it takes. A little maturity, a little trust, and just open communication, being able to talk to each other openly, without the bullshit or pretending or. My last relationship with Karen was the same way. We never had an argument. We never got into an argument. Yeah, my last two have been the best relationships I've ever had in my entire life. It's like we have I think it was a troll hunter over here slaying his people, man. No, it's a dwarf. It's a dwarf. So we're going to buff the pet up too. We don't have enough mana. I'm going to give the pet fortitude. He probably doesn't care. There we go. Helps the pet out a little bit there. Oh, he thanked me. A little thanks there. Cool. I'm just in it for the thank yous. I'm in it for the waves and the thank yous. The drive-by buffs I give. I'm all about that. I'm all about that life. I don't really need inner fire up. I ran up on him and he still almost walked out of range. Mind blasted, fool. These owl beasts, they carry the eggs you need for that cooking quest as well. The giant eggs. Look at us with the tender wolf meat. Tender wolf meat mafia. I'll be farming tender wolf meat on my server. Just make the weirdest noise. Woo-hoo! Fucking terrifying looking. Imagine seeing one of these things in real life. Hizzle to the nizzle. That's what I say. Anyway, when I was out driving around earlier, there's a little local park down the street from me. There's all kinds of people in there. Doing the cookout, the Easter cookout thing. When I was in Virginia as a kid, one of my grandmothers used to do that. Every Easter they would do that. They would do it a couple of times a year. Sometimes for the 4th, but mostly for like Easter and stuff. These scalpers are ranged mobs. Let me throw axes at you. Stanky Smells is the name of that Tauren. Overkill there, isn't it? Maybe it's a diss to somebody he knows. Like the dude's name is Stanky. He's a nickname Stanky, and he smells. Still overkill, though. I think the nickname sums it up. The zealots will enrage. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. The old ones might know. The old people might know what that reference is. My Gen X is... and older. No Neeson to... no Neeson. No need to do that. Oh, that's right. These tribal necklaces. This is what I should be farming because you turn 5 in at a time. It's only like 250 XP or something, but still, it's, you know, it's XP. A little extra. Got a Walmart order coming here soon. Uh-oh. I thought he might get away there. He was running. Running to you, lady, for help. There's that hunter. Is there anything more classic than a dwarf hunter? I don't think so. I'll never forget the first time I saw that original cinematic, man. With the dwarf outside of Ironforge. It looks like that's where he was at with his bear. I was such a geek about their cinematics. Recently, I'm not into them at all. I don't know what happened, man, but they changed the art style and shit. And for a while, it was almost like this anime type of style. It's just somehow the original classic from 21 years ago trailer, I think, is the best one. But the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, I like Cataclysm too. I like the trailer for Cataclysm, but man, that I remember getting chills from like literal chills on my arm from the Burning Crusade. 10,000 years. Illidan, when he's doing the voice there. You are not prepared. I got chills from that shit. Oh, they were so good. But that original classic made me... well, that's not... The first character I ever rolled was a night elf, a night elf druid. Because I saw the cinematic, they were like shape-shifting and stuff. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. But shortly after I rolled Dwarf Hunter. I think everybody has probably rolled Dwarf Hunter at one time. Well, it depends. It probably depends on when you started playing the game. The people I knew who saw that original classic trailer, and pretty much everybody rolled the Dwarf Hunter and got that bear pet. The Tauren, cool as shit, the way he jumps in there. And the Warlock, oh man, that is so fucking awesome. He's just like, he's walking through, it's like a swamp, and you hear the Murlocs behind him. He just puts up his hand with that rain of fire or something and just eliminates them. Ah, so good. Yeah, I was thinking it was an undead warlock. So good. Ooh, we just got Twilight Armor of the Owl, Cloth, 53 armor, 11 int, 11 spirit. Requires level 35. That should sell, man. That's a pretty decent stats on that. necklaces do we have? 1? That's all I picked up. I picked up more than that. My man knows how to get down to Funky Town. Asriel 297. Put on those hiking boots, has ascended Misty Mountain and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the Misty Mountain Gaming family. I hope you find some Let's Plays that you enjoy. Welcome, welcome. Really appreciate your subscription. It's free to do. And helps me out a lot. That was Funkmaster E. If you're wondering, if you happen to see this video, it's like, hey, that was me that subscribed. Who was that weirdo? That's a character I do on the channel sometimes. I do not have Fortitude up. Don't know that I really need it. I think I first did that character. I actually did it for Travisine when he hit 1,000 subscribers. This was probably 3 years ago. I did just to like, because I'm a big fan of Travisine. And I wanted to just kind of do something, you know, just like a little YouTuber congratulations. I think I did it again at 2,000 subs. But he's probably like, what the fuck, dude? Don't be weird. Yeah, I think that's how that character came about. I don't know. But I've done episodes with Funkmaster E. And I've done episodes in character as another character called Chaz the 80s guy. Yeah. There's a Jeff You Betcha newscaster. I only did that once, where I interviewed. So it's me as Jeff You Betcha interviewing Chaz the 80s guy. And I think he's on a plane or something. I don't remember. It was actually going to be a series that I had worked out where I was going to be me playing Jeff You Betcha, interviewing different characters that were me, just different personalities. But hell of a lot. It took a lot of energy and kind of a lot of time. But I was like looking at costumes and, you know, like wigs and mustaches and shit. But like a lot of things on the channel, it never really came to fruition. It's just too much, just too much for the amount of videos and stuff that I put out. There were going to be, I was going to do World of Warcraft Let's Plays that were essentially, they were like a series you would watch on Netflix. It was all going to be like this. It was all completely immersive, no camera. And I was just going to role play the character with a story that I had written out and interact with other. It was, and I put a lot of hours into it. And there are episodes recorded of that, but I never released them. I think I put out a trailer. And it actually tied into the first character I ever did on the channel, who was called Finn. It was a dwarf hunter. But the trailer was called Iron. And it was about a young dwarf who lost his parents and was kind of taken in by the dwarves and the gnomes of Coldridge Valley. And it was about his journey. But I had recorded several episodes of it. It was a lot of work to do. And I had this whole story written out, and it did tie in to Finn, the character. And I think I probably still have all of the... Like, I must have wrote... I probably have 200 or 300 pages in a Word doc of the story. but I just never finished it. I wrote another story for the channel. It's a horror story called Witch Hill, The Curse of Hagatha. That's on the channel. If you're a horror fan, you know, I'm not a writer. I'm not a professional writer or anything, but I did the best I could, and I just kind of put some cinematics into it. The inspiration came while I was playing City Skylines, and all of the footage in that game, well, most of it, is from City Skylines. Like at night, I made like this creepy forest with graveyards and stuff, and if you're interested in that, that's an original story that I wrote. If you just search Witch Hill, you probably find it on the channel. And there's 2 releases of it. So I did one, the original, I released them, I think I was releasing them once a night. And then for Halloween this past year, or it might have been the year before, I edited them all together and just made it one long, like hour-and-a-half video, I think, is what I did. It was a lot of editing. But the story, I just started writing the story. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what was going to happen from one word to the next. I've always, I've written stories before, and I've always written that way with no planning, or I like have a basic idea and then I'll just start writing and it just comes out. So I didn't even know how it was going to end until I was writing it. But a couple of people on my channel have said that's actually how they found my channel. Somebody said they were looking for something spooky to watch around Halloween, and they saw like the thumbnail. Yeah, I'm not so proud of the video, like the footage I put in there, because there's a lot of still images. It was a shit ton of editing that I had to do for that, way more than it even looks like. But there's overlays and still images and moving images. The soundtrack is like 5 different things going on. And part of the soundtrack, he used to watch my channel, a guy named Stuart. I don't think he watches anymore, but he watched for a while. He actually created a lot of the music that you hear in that, and I give him credit. His music was on Spotify and stuff, and he let me use it. It works so well. Some of the stuff that, it was just coincidence. It just worked so well with a particular scene that I was narrating. It turned out, overall, it turned out okay, I guess. But yeah, like, you know, I'm not a professional voice actor or writer, so, you know, it's just, I was just kind of being creative and having fun. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. I've got to pee. Real bad. But I think we're about 50 minutes here. It's a paladin there. You're doing paladin. Next episode, we're probably going to be here for a couple more episodes. I'm probably going to do some grinding off camera so I can get us close. So we just level up to 50. I'll try to work it out. So we hit 50, go level up, and then maybe try Fellwood again. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. The Iron Man and myself will catch you in tomorrow's episode.
Farewell.
Peace.